Okay. Now I've started the recording. Do you want me to do some summarization? Actually, the previous thing I erased.
That should be okay. Thank you so much for starting the.
No,
Okay.
no problem. But Venkat, just record from here. Just summarize this part and record it. So it'll help us.
Yes.
Yeah. So recording I've started. To summarize this, so we before this slide we discussed about what you understand by auspiciousness and what you understand by strength. We listed several points and you have taken the screenshot. And now I'm using a common example of ice cream, and we saw that the one below is high in calorie value, the one above is low in calorie value, and that is due to the content or the property of the materials or ingredients used. The other thing on the side is a very small cup where the quantity of the ice cream is less. Even if we take it from the high calorie content, since the quantity is less, the strength or the calorie will be lower. You are taking less quantity. And it's almost the same when it comes to planets. They have strength which can vary depending on the degree, that is the quantitative part, or the way it is positioned, either in the based on the uh, house number is sitting, or based on whether it's in the exaltation, debilitation, or whether it is sitting in an enemy house or friend house, or it has directional strength, and also whether it is combust. You had mentioned about the combust, and whether it's retrograde, and if it is aspected. So like too many. Okay, there are a lot of things involved when it comes to assessing the strength of a planet. But as learners, we just need we can restrict it to what's given in the slide. At least we should become aware of these first before getting into finer details. But it's good to know that there are many more things, not just those which are mentioned in this slide, but there are many more things to look into when we are assessing strength of planets. Okay. Now I'll come to the second part, which is the auspiciousness. Now, to understand that, let's say, can I erase this one now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm having a bowl full of little bit speed is low, that's why it's not coming properly. Let's say bowl full of rasagullas. I'll better use this one. Just now we had lots of festivals and probably this is nostalgic. So we have rasagullas, right? Let's say this is great, obviously high in calorie. Okay. Now, if I give this, let's say, young boy, young healthy boy, and I'm giving the same Rasgulla to a middle-aged diabetic person. Now, how could the effect be in these two cases? Can one of you say what could be the effect, comparative effect between this young boy and a diabetic person having a bowl of rasgullas?
For the young boy, it will increase his calories and strength and his health. For the
And
diabetic,
he's happy,
definitely.
energetic. Yeah. The
Yeah,
reverse
for the
will.
diabetic person, it will act in the adverse effect.
He may also have to rush for a
Very good.
lavage.
So maybe here he gets more energy. Is a growing person, so he can definitely take in more calories, and also is more active. Generally, young boys or young children are much more physically active, and okay, here it's going to have adverse effect, right?
Yes.
Then you may have to again go back to the diabetologist doctor, or again the sugar will shoot up. A lot of issues might come up. Now, what did we see in this case? We had here it was high in strength, right?
Yes. It is promoting here and here.
Yes, exactly. High strength doesn't mean that it's going to be auspicious. For the young boy, it's okay. It's fine. But of course, young boy taking it every day, every time, again, that will also be adverse. But in general, if you see, high strength does not mean that it will be auspicious. Okay. That's what is very important to know, even for planets. High strength does not directly mean that it will have a positive effect. So we saw one of the definitions of auspiciousness was have positive effect. And here we note that high strength doesn't mean that it's going to be positive. We can have a malefic planet by nature is malefic. It's very high in strength, but it need not be auspicious, depending on how it is in the chart. Okay. So this was the first thing. And in general, you'll find that in books, it will be written something like this. Planet strength versus planet influence. So influence refers to whether it is auspicious, that is benefic, or whether it is malicious or malefic. Okay. And that is what was the two coordinates we saw. And the more generic way to look at it would be influence rather than auspiciousness. Influence will include both benefic and malefic influence. Now, in the slides, you will see that there are different ways to understand or assess planetary strengths. Okay. So, shall we go ahead with that? I hope this introduction was useful.
Yes, very nice.
Okay. Now, I want to see. Let me start with, yeah. Ms. Vasanti, if we can read, I would request people to
Yeah.
volunteer and read the slides. 1 second. I'll just go out of this. Can I delete this? I mean, clear this off?
Yes, yes.
I hope you have taken screenshot.
Yeah.
Okay,
I have
this
taken the
is-
screenshot and shared in WhatsApp group. Anyway, it's in the recording as
Oh,
well.
okay. Okay, that's good. Fine. So now I'll do this. I'll keep it in this only, not in slideshow mode, because slideshow takes more higher bandwidth. It will become slower. But this is, I'm sure this is readable.
Yeah.
I'll just increase the size. Yeah. Ms. Vasanti can read this.
Yeah, sure. Shadbala. Shadbala signifies the strength of the planet, which quantifies the planetary effect.
Yeah. So Shatbala is referring to 6.
Oh, it is
You can say 6 parameters for measuring strength. That is the meaning of Shatbala. Now I'll go to the next one. You can read this also.
okay. The planet, should I say it bifurcate? So I don't know, like
Just
planet
read
is okay, Shadbala and quantitative, and on the other hand, auspiciousness, which is qualitative.
Yeah. So this is in a standard way that astrologers work is they'll assign numerical values to the Shatbala. And auspiciousness is more of subjective. So the left side is objective, right side is subjective, and more of qualitative. Now, next slide will list out what are the various things seen regarding auspiciousness. You can continue reading this one.
Yes, okay. Interpreting planets. Planetary auspiciousness. First one, exaltation. 2, distance from the sun and combustion. 3, Ishta and Kashta Phala. Then 4, planetary friendship and dignity. 5, Vimsopaka Bala. 6, Vaisheshika count. 7, Vargottama. 8, retrogression. 9, Ashtaka Varga. 10, hemmed in. 11, other planetary conditions.
Yeah. Now, I think only the initial 3 are covered in this PowerPoint. Are you aware of this? Let's go through these 3. Then I can give you some idea on the remaining. Exaltation, are you already aware of it or no?
Yes, we have been told
Okay.
about exaltation.
Okay. Let me ask Mr. Arun.
Yeah.
Arun Dani.
Can I read?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Arun can read
Yeah,
this slide.
yeah. 1, exaltation. Planet exhibits most superior and auspicious qualities at a fixed point in the zodiac is known as the point of deep exaltation. The exaltation degrees are different for every planet.
Yeah, you can read this one also.
Table planets, zodiac signs, degree of deep exaltation. Sun, Aries, degree of deep exaltation is 10. Moon, Taurus,
Yeah.
3. Mars, Capricorn, 28. Mercury, Virgo 15, Venus Pisces 27, Jupiter Cancer 5, Saturn Libra 20.
Yeah. So what this means, I don't know if any of you have your charts handy. Do
Yeah.
you see, do any of you have like any planet in exaltation? Can you just take 2 minutes and check? It need not be about this degree. Even if you have it like in this sign, you can just let me know.
I have Mercury in Virgo.
Mercury in Virgo. Excellent. Do you know the degree?
No.
Okay, that's okay. Anyone else?
I'm just rechecking, but I think I have Moon and Taurus, which is also my Lagna.
Okay, that's great. Do you also know the degree? Degree you don't know, right? Okay. Anyone else having anything in exaltation? So what this means is that the strength. Now we know that by nature, do we know what is, can you say which one is malefic, benefic by
Benefic is the
nature?
Jupiter
Okay.
and Venus.
Benefic. Venus. Is there anything else benefic?
I think Moon is half and half.
Yes, waxing moon is benefic. In general, also it's benefic.
Okay.
Okay.
Waning is malefic.
Yeah. Waning is not, but its aspect will remain benefic, even if it's a waning moon.
Okay.
Yeah. What about the others? Mercury, is it benefic or malefic?
Malefic.
You said malefic, is it?
Yes, sir.
No, Mercury is generally considered benefic.
Okay.
I think
But it will
Saturn and
support
Mars.
whichever it is, Mercury will support. In terms of friendship, it is neutral, but as such, it is considered benefic. Yes, Mars, malefic, natural
Sat-
malefic.
And Mars also.
Yes. What about Sun?
Sun should be benefic or
I think malefic.
Yeah, it's a bit special. You could call it C, that is cruel. It's not malefic. It's cruel because anything very close, like the case of combust, that planet will not have becomes weak. Okay, not because it's malefic, but it's so much radiant that the other planet doesn't get anything. Doesn't get. You won't get the strength from the other planet.
so you mean this outshines the other?
Yes, but
Okay.
as
So you
such,
said C is for cruel.
yeah.
Okay.
So we don't really call it malefic because sun is the soul. Soul is not malefic. And it is a life giver for everything. Okay. But sun is not materialistic, but it is the life giver. Okay. It is sattvic nature. Now, when I supposing say somebody had Mercury in Virgo, right? Now,
Yeah.
what can you interpret? If Mercury is in Virgo, what do you interpret from whatever you have learned?
It's a good sign if it is in Virgo.
Yeah, there's no doubt it's now Mercury is powerful. Now what I'm
Yeah.
asking
Because
is,
it's its own house.
yes, then based on your knowledge about Mercury, what can you say or interpret Mercury being now exalted?
Because
Mercury
this is the
strength
house
will
of
be more.
income and friends, so there'll be good income, good friends, good relations with the elder brother.
I think good rational thinking, the mind will be more clear to think.
So
Intelligent.
Mercury, yes, Mercury is, yeah, intelligence, rational thinking is one part. What else does Mercury signify?
Very practical approach, and they are very careful people.
Practical, I won't say, but they are, yes,
Mind.
careful.
Strong mind.
fun-loving?
Willpower very strong.
Not willpower, mind and all. It's just hardcore logician, okay, and
Okay.
communication and speech. It is not practical. Practical is Mars. This is more bookish. Mercury is bookish knowledge, not practical knowledge.
Okay.
And this one also, sorry. So also it that means the person will be good in communication, speech, handling money, finance, handling numbers, because it's core logic, and good, higher, knowledgeable, more knowledge oriented towards knowledge, learning, reading, writing. All these will be favored by Mercury. I mean, that's all you can say based on this information. We don't know whether there is some malefic aspecting, or what is the house number it is sitting in. All those things will bring in other flavors or other meanings to this. But the basic thing that we can infer from this, the only this information that Mercury is exalted, is only this much, that the intelligence, speech, communication, ability to write, handling money, finance, these things will be much better. Okay, that's all we can say based on this much information.
Venkat, I am Neelam. I have Saturn in Libra.
Okay, that's awesome. It's a very rare. Once in 30 years, people will get this. Yeah.
Okay, I have Saturn in Libra, and
Because,
that is my 12th house.
hmm.
What does that mean?
Oh, that's a 12th house.
3.20 is the.
Yeah. Okay. Almost cusp, you meant borderline.
Okay.
Degree
does
is
that
0.3, you said. Degree, you said, is 0.3.
3.20.
3.2.
3.20.
3.20.
Yes.
Yeah. So actually, even that will need some modification in the way we understand this. So that's why they have mentioned here deep exaltation. Okay. So at this specific degree, it will be really very high in strength. But the more you go away from this, that strength will be less. Okay.
What do you mean when you say go away from this?
Away means this is,
What?
let's say,
From the
29
country where you are
degrees.
born?
There it is 2 degrees. These are all degrees in the science, right?
Okay.
So away means how much away it is from the specific degree. So if it is very much away, then the strength gets lower. Further it is, lower it will be. So like for moon, it is 3 degrees. The only scope here is 1 to 3, which is very
1
close
to
only.
3.
So either
Yeah.
case, this will be strong. But if you further you go, it's going to be less. 20, 29, 30 is going to be very less. Like, for example, for me, moon is in Taurus, it's in 15 degrees. So it won't be as strong as it is in 3 degrees.
So what you're saying is even 1, 2 will be strong.
Yes, yes.
The closer it is. very
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, but 1 will, 2 and 4 will be same strength.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
either ways.
Okay.
Yes.
But one more clarification. If the sun was also there, for example, and if it is at 2 degrees, then the strength is less of the sun.
For sun,
Yeah.
yeah, lesser. But if you take the symmetric point on the other side, it will be even more lesser. If I take 28 this side, which is
Okay.
symmetric point of 2, this part will be stronger than this part because
Compared
this is
to
farther
that.
away.
Okay. True.
Yes, yes.
Venkatji, how do you explain this now?
Means-
Saturn in Libra. What prediction do you do with this?
So Saturn, in your case, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So yours is like 3 degrees, which is pretty much away from this. But compared to being in the next sign, this will, better, more power. But you said Saturn is in 12th house,
Yes.
right?
Lord is Venus.
Yeah. So in general, Saturn being in 12th is not that good.
Okay.
Yeah. Because what is the Saturn's characteristics is resistance to change. Okay. And the other qualities are being very disciplined, orderly.
Hard work.
Yeah. And not trying to mingle,
Justice.
having a lot of responsibility, lot of work for the social mass, a lot of hard work, all those things.
Delay.
So all
this
that I'm
being-
doing. All that I'm doing.
Yeah. All that you'll be doing. The
Yes,
thing
I'm
with
still
the
doing.
only thing with the 12th is that the 12th is about termination and moving to something new. But Saturn is doesn't like change at all. So it's a kind of being not
You're
a
stuck
happy thing for being in 12th. Yeah.
Oh.
You'll find it very, very hard to change or transform. Or it will be very delayed. Yeah.
I do get
That
good
is what we
chances
see
to
from this.
improve, but then I say no to that. Could that be because of Saturn?
See, that's what is happening.
Yeah.
That means 12th basically represents termination and moving to something new.
Yeah.
But that is where you might find that you'll get opportunities, you'll say no, or something at all, something will come in between. Yeah, like that.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
So, yeah.
12th is also
the-
expenditures, no? And moksha.
Yeah,
Liberation,
expenditures.
sacrifice, foreign land.
Yeah. But there are, different ways to interpret the same thing. I mean, we don't have much time here, but if you see, the same thing will mean different in a spiritual way. As such, spiritual meanings are different from material meanings when we come to the interpretations.
Okay.
But I think in the interest of time, let's try to
Yes,
at least cover
right,
this slide.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe we can continue next Sunday on that one. So let me now go to clear all right. Oh, this is part of it's okay. Now let's go to this. Distance from the sun was the second point. Maybe somebody else can read, please.
You want me to read?
Yeah, anyone.
When a planet is exactly opposite of the sun, it is visible for the greatest number of hours during the 24 hours. In other words, the planet is visible during the entire night time. This is considered to make the planet most auspicious. On the other hand, an exact conjunction with the sun is least auspicious. Due to the overwhelming amount of light of the sun, the planet is not visible at all, not at day and not at night.
Yeah.
What does it mean, Venkat?
Okay.
So we are not talking about actually visibility here, or are we? Or we are just trying to understand the
It's,
strength?
yeah,
Sun is there 24 hours,
we are
isn't it?
understanding strength. No, we are understanding strength based on the visibility. So this is
Understand. Get it.
almost same as
Okay,
the
yes,
case of Amavya and full moon.
right.
Can you repeat?
There's
So
nothing
I'll
on.
try to explain with a
There's
diagram.
nothing.
Okay.
Let's say we have, this is Earth. Okay. And this is, let's say, some planet. In astrology, Earth is in the center. Looks like my mic was not working.
Oh, yes, we couldn't hear
Oh,
anything.
we were.
I was wondering what.
I was
I-
talking. Okay. Now, where did you lose?
Nothing. We didn't. Only we saw you drawing.
Just drew the diagram.
Okay.
I thought it was the issue with my audio, so I was trying to
I
figure
also
out.
logged in from 2 different phones.
Oh, no, I was explaining all the while. So when we have, let's say this is Earth, and I'm taking the case of Venus. So Venus orbit will be before this. So here, in this case, Venus is opposite to the Sun. Okay, Sun is this side. Now, all the rays that fall on the Venus, maximum possible area of Venus will be visible to, will get reflected, sun rays will be reflected from Venus to Earth, right? It's like a full moon, full Venus, okay? And here, sun is not overpowering Venus. Venus is whatever it has to give, it will give fully. But if you take the case of Venus on this side, now Venus is between sun and Earth, all the rays of the sun falling on this part of the Venus only, not on the side which is facing the Earth. So the side facing the Earth, there is no thing reflected from the sun, it's fully dark. Okay. And this is considered as, weak in power as well as auspiciousness, because sun is overpowering it and not allowing Venus to be in its normal full form. That's what it means. And in the chart, when it is the case like this, very close to each other, they will be together in same sign.
Yeah, they
And
are.
that's what we say as combust.
Oh,
Sorry, please repeat combust meaning.
कुछ
Any
समझ नहीं
Combust
planet-
is when
Any
they are,
planet along with sun is combust.
yes, along with sun means in directionally it is in this away from the Earth, and this planet is, sun is behind the planet. That's what it means directionally. And in the sign, in the chart, you'll find that these two will be
they're
together in the
grouped
same
together.
sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Venkat, I have 2 of them in the same house.
Okay.
Sun and Mercury in the second house.
Second house. Yeah. So then Mercury effect will be less. It will be kind of considered. Of course, that also depends on the degrees. But in general, it is more powerful when it is opposite house. That is 7th house from the sun. When it is opposite, will be much better in terms of its
So-
ability to give what it's supposed to
Auspiciousness.
give. Yeah.
It
But
says
tell me,
Mercury
is-
7.25 and Sun is 23.10.
27 and 23.
No, 7.25 and 23.10.
7 and 23. Yeah. It will be
That is what
not
you
so
were
much. It's not fully combust. Yes, combust means very close. Okay, that's the meaning of combust.
Okay.
This is still not that great, but it's not weakened as much as combust.
So
Okay.
in combust, does the effect become less or nil?
Nil. You can say nil.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there also the degrees have to be seen, even if the sun is together.
Yeah,
Okay.
very close. Like 2-3 degrees, or how is it? How much, Venkat?
2-3 degrees will be similar to combust. It will be less, almost nil. Combust means nil generally.
Venkat, because it is in the second house, Mercury and Sun together, this is Sagittarius.
Mhm.
What could be the repercussions of this?
Hard to say just by going this
Okay.
limited information.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's what, again, there are multiple things. Okay.
Yes.
One
right.
is spiritual meaning is different for the same thing compared to material meanings.
Okay.
Okay. But if you consider the spiritual part, Buddha Aditya Yoga, it's called Sun and Mercury. Okay. You can be great intellect.
Okay.
Materially, it may not favor.
Okay.
So this good, bad, and all is very, very, you can never be certain. But we can be certain that same thing will mean different things depending on the way we see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Venkat. Thank you.
So Maybe next class I can also, you can actually put these in planets in another way. You can look in several ways. One is Satvik, Rajas, Tamas, and then you can put them in a specific sequence. Then you can understand better what really it means for us. Okay, that way.
So this is Satvik, no? Then two
Yeah.
planets together means Satvik.
We cannot conclude that way, but in this
Okay.
case, it will be good. Yeah.
Right, right.
As such, Sun is Satvik, this is Rajasic. Mercury is Rajasic. Okay.
Yes, yes.
But since it has to do with the intelligence, it will be a very good combination for, if you consider inner strength, inner development. Yeah. Intellectual development.
Right. Thank you.
But for that intellect, still, it's like having a very high-powered engine. That doesn't mean that things will be good. We need a driver. We need a proper, body for the engine to work in, right? So all those things also to be seen to really see if this is any use at all. Okay, having great intellect is not a big thing. We need to be able to use it in practical purpose.
Channel it.
So several things we have to consider when we are trying to interpret something.
Right.
Actually, I also have the Sun with the Mercury in the third house.
Okay,
That's
good. That's nice.
So
maybe
can
it's
we,
overpowering.
sir, then can we conclude that there will be a core potency, but the thing is ecosystem or the environment also matters, something like.
Yes, very much. And then as you proceed further, like a second year, then you learn that even the timing matters. Or the chart will give static picture. But when it comes active in your life, that can be seen through the planet dashas, your dashas and transits and all that. Okay. I think we can conclude today here.
Venkat, I have one question which is out of context today. If you could just give me a little answer. Do the charts show anything about court cases also?
Litigation, you can say, yeah.
Yes. Which house?
6.
6th house. Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Venkat. Thank you.
Sure. Okay, it was a wonderful time.
Yes,
you,
we
sir.
really
Interacting with
learned
all
a
of
lot.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Venkat.
Yeah,
God
Thank
bless
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Venkat.
Thank you. See you
Lovely
next week then.
examples, and so that we can remember it
nice,
very well.
very good. Yeah, yes. Thank you.
so much.
That correlation is very nice to
Yeah.
explain things. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'll share the recording after I.
Yes, please do so.
Thank
yeah,
you.
Yes.
Sure.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
you.